Welcome to today's episode of Immigration Yarns. My name remains Tosin, and today I will be talking about your job offer and if it qualifies you to have CRS points in the express entry system. What do I mean by this? So let's say that you were an international student, or you came in to study, or somebody, or let's even say that you're trying to process a job offer like an LMIA in the hopes that you will be able to transfer that into express entry, right? So what you want to find out is that job offer, does it qualify to give you CRS points in the express entry system? Don't forget. Okay, so ultimately your goal is to become a permanent resident, right? So does that transfer, will it give you the points that you need to be able to get into the express entry? So what are the things you should look out for? What are the things that you should know? So like if you're going to be eligible for the federal skilled worker or the Canadian experience category, right? One of the things you want to know is, first of all, that this job offer that you have is showing up in the NOC, the 2021 version. That is the latest version as at today that I'm making this video. NOC stands for National Occupation Classification. So does it show up in the NOC 2022? And of course that it falls in either tier 0, tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3. No, not all jobs are in this NOC. Not all jobs fall under any of the tiers. So you want to be sure which of the tiers you fall into if it is in the NOC, right? That's number one. Number two is that you are working for only one employer. So it has to be like in a particular occupation. And then that it is paid, it is full-time. Paid and full-time, and that full-time means at least 30 hours a week, right? And then that it is not seasonal. So it's not something that, okay, you're only working in the summer, you're not working in the winter, or you're only working in the winter, you're not working in the summer. No. It has to be a job that is not seasonal, something that goes year round. And then it has to be an offer that is valid for 1 year. So those are the things that you have to look at when somebody is offering you a job, when somebody is offering you an LMIA, or as a postgraduate, somebody is offering you a job. It has to be, if you're going to be using it for express, I mean, it's a different thing if you're not using it for express entry, or you just want to come here and work for a while and then go back home, then that's totally fine. But if you're going to be using it towards the express entry, then these are the things that you need to know. These are the things that needs to be in place. It has to be on the NOC, it has to be for 1 year, it has to be with one particular employer, you know, and it should not be seasonal. So that way, you know, you have a job year round. Okay, so again, the employer has to be authorized to issue an LMIA to you. In that 1 year, you cannot say that you're working for somebody else because it will be a closed work permit. So you have to be working for that one employer that is listed on your work permit, right? You know, and then so generally all of the working conditions, the responsibilities that have been listed on your work permit. I mean, if you know anything about closed work permits, you know that all of these things will be listed on your permit. So you cannot be found doing something else outside of that. So when you're even applying for when you're getting into the express entry, when you're applying for your PR, you cannot state that you have done any other thing outside of what you have on your work permit. And because that is your license to work in Canada. So you need to be careful, you know, when you're getting that job offer and all of that. Okay. Now, so for the federal skilled trades, for the trades people, right, is total of 30 hours of employment per week. Okay, and they say total because now under trades, because it is trades, you're allowed to work for more than one employer. And then it has to be continuous paid full-time work spanning 1 year again. Of course, it has to fall under a qualifying skilled trades occupation under a qualifying NOC. So not just, again, if you remember that, and we have a video on the federal skilled trades. If you're looking at trades, don't forget, has 6 categories. Each categories have NOCs that is particular to them. So like when you're talking transport, there are the NOCs that are particular to the to transport. There are the NOCs that are particular to trade in and of itself. There are NOCs that are particular to healthcare, NOC that are particular to STEM, NOCs that are particular to agriculture, right? So in all of those NOC codes, it has to be that the work that somebody is offering you, that's if you're going to be using that job for express entry under the trades, under any of the 6 categories, it has to be a job that falls within one of those NOC codes. You don't just go and take something and say, oh, this is the job that they gave to me, and then it does not fall under the category. So you need to know the details of this thing. And like I always say, if you need help, you need somebody to help you clarify it, you need somebody to like show you, you need somebody to reason with you, please send us a DM. We're always available. We're always glad to work with you on this your relocation journey or your immigration journey, as it were, right? So please be careful. You want to be sure that that job, when you're taking it, it's something that falls within the NOC that you can use towards your express entry. Okay. Again, you want to be aware that your employer is actually licensed to give you an LMIA. And this is it's public knowledge. When you go to CIC page and you research LMIA, you can find employers who are already licensed to be able to issue out LMIA, who can apply. They are approved to apply for LMIA. They don't get it in advance because it's very, very specific. It will be for a particular, like, they don't just take a generic LMIA. No, they apply under your name, so it will carry your name on it, right? So, but there are companies who are pre-approved to be able to apply for LMIA for their staff. So that's what you want to know, that they are approved to actually apply for LMIA. Okay, again, so you have to be authorized to work in Canada, and then you have to have a job offer. But please make sure that that job offer, right, is something that, again, like I said, it's okay if you want to just work and go back home, but if you're going to be using it towards a permanent residence, then you want to be sure that it's a job offer that will give you CRS points by the time you impute your NOC into the system. Okay, that will be all that I have for today, and until I see you on the next episode of Immigration Yarns, please take care of yourself and peace out.